So the reason I made two maps is I think both these maps are really cool and I don't want to delete either of them, but I don't want to create a new page just because I have different maps. So what I want to do is I'm just going to reduce the size of them and create some buttons so that our user can decide, do they want to look at it at a heat map view or do they want to look at it in our 3D map? So to do that, I'm just going to go to Insert. So you can use buttons, you can even use an image, but let's just use buttons. So all these buttons already have images in it. I don't like the bookmark image, so I'm just going to use a blank. I'm just going to pull that over here. Just drop the fields visualizations out so we have a bit more room. So I'm going to use this button and it's going to record a bookmark for me. So to see the bookmarks, you need to go into the view, click on bookmarks, click on selection as well. So what we can do is if I select on this map, I can see it here and I can rename that. So that was our 3D map. And I can turn that off by clicking on the eye to hide it. And let's add that as a bookmark. So when we select this bookmark, we just want to see the heat map. I can turn that back on, and then I can select this one. And I can rename that to heat. And I can turn that one off. So I can say add another bookmark. And this one is when I want to see 3D. Now when I click on these bookmarks, all I'm doing is hiding one and hiding the other one. So there's our heat map. When I click on 3D, there's the 3D. Now obviously the end users in Power BI service can't use that, but they can associate it with the bookmarks, which are these, sorry, with the buttons. So we have a button. The button text for this one, I want it to be 3D map. Now we can have it when they hover over the map, it changes color, it's a bit of a green, and when they press it on it, it's the same green but a little bit darker. Oops, a little bit darker. So that's going to do that, so they can see I'm over this, I'm doing something. And then we just need to give it an action. So the action would be a bookmark. And the bookmark we want for 3D map is 3D. So what we can do is we can copy that and paste another one, put it next to it and just change the button text to heat. And then change that bookmark to heat. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I now have a lot more space. So let's open up this map and drag that down. A bit more space there and there. Okay, so now to use these buttons in Power BI desktop, you need to hold Control. So to look at my heat map, I click on heat. And we'll just open that one up nice and big as well. And to look at my 3D map, I click on 3D. If I want to go down to a certain area, I can interact with it like that. So that's pretty cool. And that is the Mapbox visual. You can also publish this one to the web, and it will actually display in your website. So if you go over to my website If you are interested in other cool visualizations, you can look at datatale.com.au in my Power BI gallery. And the second one here is what we did. So it displays quite nicely as an iframe in your website. And it's completely interactive, really good showpiece on your website if you want an interactive map. Fortunately, you can't do this published to the web with ArcGIS. All right, well, hope you've enjoyed that one, and I'll see you in the next module.